All right, everybody, welcome to the first formal detailing or any video of us actually using our new Obsessed Garage. What are we calling this? Obsessed Garage Studio? But I wanted to demonstrate for you Ledermax. It's insanely expensive. We're importing this in small batches from Germany. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's just better. So the first product is cleaner for all three: regular leather, vinyl, and Alcantara. The stronger cleaner, strong cleaner, same thing, and it also has a ball bearing inside. Oh, and I should mention they both have a foaming top, so it'll create a foam, which I'll show you in a minute in operation. And then the final step is the conditioner. Think of this like wax. Like you're waxing your paint, you want a sacrificial layer. Same thing here with the conditioner. This is the layer that you're putting on the surface. That I got dark jeans on. If I had some lighter seats, we're trying to avoid dye transfer. So this will help with that to some extent. At least help you'll be able to clean it off in the future. And now these sponges are different. They're very specific. So cleaner sponge in the small and large. See how it's porous? You also have the applicator sponge, which is not as porous, feels a little bit softer to the touch. Because my seat's not particularly dirty, I'm not gonna get this out, but normally when I'm cleaning, I would have a bucket with water so I could take my sponge and kind of wring it out. All right, so let's get going. And the recommendation, and I'm still on the hunt for this, I'm gonna look for a really nice cotton wipe-off cloth, but for this, I'm gonna be okay to go ahead and just use my soft microfiber. I do want to vacuum this Alcantara off real quickly and just show you our vacuum while we're at it here. Do a little sales plug here for you. But OG Vacuum Solution is on the wall here, super quiet, super efficient. This is a modern day engine with a ton of packing in it. This actually comes from the pet grooming industry. Crazy suction. But I just wanted to clean up the Alcantara real quick before we get started. That's all I wanted to do. When you take that off, that makes most of the noise. It makes me not hate vacuuming, because I hate getting the vacuum out and trying to wrap up the power cord and all that stuff. So if you can swing it, get yourself an OG Vacuum Solution. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of product on here. Gotta prime it because it's brand new. And then I go up here, put it in a position. I'm gonna avoid the RS, but you probably could go over it. I don't think it would be a problem. It certainly won't stain or dye any stitching. And I don't know that there's any rocket science required here. Just clean it. Now, if this was extremely dirty, I know you guys get mad at me because I'm always cleaning clean cars. I mean, this car has 20 miles on it, but I would just do this more. But there's something magical. I actually like number 1.1, the intensive cleaner. I actually like it more because it leaves like a special finish behind, man. I know we're not gonna capture this on camera, but it's just, Ryan said it well, it's just good. There's no other way to say it. It's just better. I wish I could give you some remarkable tips and some life-changing advice here, but it doesn't get any easier than this. You really can't mess anything up. It's safe on all your other surfaces. And then the key with leather and leather cleaning and leather conditioning is pH management. At least that's what the leather guys tell me. You need the proper pH to clean and proper pH to condition. You could get a great result, at least an initial result, from using like a heavy-duty alkaline all-purpose cleaner. But you don't want to do that if you can help it. And to me, again, brand new car, brand new seats. This is just like if I was doing the paint. Why wouldn't you do the same thing to your interior? I want to get it cleaned, even though it's new. My line here, so this is kind of it's from any account is black. But then now it looks kind of gray. And so that cleaner is theoretically not leaving anything behind, but what it's doing to the leather is leaving this like beautiful matte, like natural finish. And then sort of setting us up for our conditioner. And the conditioner isn't going to change anything either in the look or feel of the leather. other, or it's not going to change the feel of the leather, but it's going to, the combination of the two, when they're done, doesn't look like you put a bunch of armor all on it. It just looks like it's supposed to, is the best way I can explain it. So I think you'll be impressed if you have like an interior that's kind of jacked up. It's not going to, it's not going to make it new if you jacked it up, or it's an old car, but I think you'll be impressed with the Delta. I'm impressed even on a new seat, on the finish that it leaves behind. Just incredible. Gosh, I wish you could be here with me and you could see. Anybody who's watching this video is you're probably pretty discerning. You got to be a discerning human to even care about this kind of stuff. But if you are particular, you'll say to yourself, I don't know what it is, man, but it's just better. See this little spot right here? Let's see, I haven't used this as an Alcantara cleaner, but let's do a little. I have, shoot, Mike, how many videos do we have on Alcantara cleaning? Probably 25 different Alcantara cleaning videos on the channel. So just search Alcantara on how to clean. And really what I would want to do is kind of get this wet. But there was just that little smudge there from something, so that ought to take that and take care of that. The dirtier the seat, the smaller, more intensive. Like if this was dirty, I'd be not getting crazy aggressive, but I would, I would use a little bit more elbow grease. I would lean into a little bit more. Okay, so now let's condition it. Now I made the mistake on the conditioner. This conditioner step is different than other leather conditioners that I've used in the past on just how we deal with it. So there's not going to be any wipe off of the conditioner. We're going to put it on. So we're going to manage the layer that we put on it, and then we're not going to wipe it off. We're going to let it, I promise it won't leave streaks. It'll just flash off. So I put a little product on, and then I'm going to do this first. So don't lay this on crazy thick, but get enough that you get good coverage. It'll start to flash almost immediately. And then what he wants you to do is kind of dab it. And that's it. Don't freak out. I've done products before where I freaked out or I did a heavy layer and then I didn't wipe it off and then it left all the streaks. It'll flash off and disappear. You just don't want to leave big heavy globs. I'm freaking telling you people, just buy it. I know you're gonna go to obsessedgarage.com and you're gonna lose your crap and see how much this cost. I can't help it. There's small batches, it's made in small batches, it's very expensive raw materials, it's coming from Germany. We have the import cost of bringing this here. I promise you I'm not getting rich off of this. You see, look, it's almost dry completely. There's a couple of little, almost dry there. It just leaves magic behind. Simple, beautiful. So then this theoretically becomes your sacrificial layer, keeps the leather conditioned, supple, proper. When you're doing these, modern coating companies make leather coatings and stuff, I think you want to avoid that. I mean, at least it makes common logical sense to me that leather's porous, it's breathable, it's skin of an animal. So you want to maintain that breathability. You don't want to clog it up with some chemical. And if it can breathe, it won't crack. If you do this, your leather should last forever. Let it sit, so don't get in and start sliding around in the sea. They want you to let that sit for 45 minutes or so to cure. Show you the interior of the GT4. It's pretty sick. So what I don't do is I don't do any kind of treatment or protection to Alcantara. Alcantara to me is only cleaning. And so my Alcantara on this car will last a really long time without me having to clean it, probably several years before I need to clean it. So I wouldn't treat Alcantara with anything. So check this out. I did a very expensive add-on option of a leather door sill. So sorry to inform you of that, frivolous, stupid purchase, but it's not very often where you have the opportunity to spec from scratch your own GT Porsche, and I did because of my friends at Porsche Wilmington. Tom Walsh. If you need a Porsche, hit up Tom. Porsche Wilmington, North Carolina. So I will go through and do this same cleaning and protecting procedure to, I think the center there is leather. It might be vinyl. There's no leather on the door. Oh, there is leather on the door, so I'll have to do this. I'll have to do the center stock here. But the vast majority of what's in this car is Alcantara. Again, if you do this, my suggestion, once a year, once every 6 months, if it's a daily car, if it's your baby like this is mine, then I'd say once every 6 months, maybe once a year. Like this car will probably get it once a year. Now, if I start driving this thing, 10,000 miles a year, if I start taking it to the mountains, which hopefully I will be able to someday, I would want to do this every 6 months. Just wipe it clean, put my cap. I mean, they did a really good job on these bottles and labels. It's pretty sweet. Took forever, but at least now we got it. But Ledermax is in the store. It's available. Hit up obsessedgarage.com and get your product. Hit up Edgard if you have a Porsche and you do the bolster protectors. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, this stuff is freaking awesome, and I would highly, highly recommend it. But anyway, thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned for more crazy Ledermax. This is a good find and a really great product. We'll see you soon.